welcome to Cat Bat Draws. Today is all about drawing how you're feeling, and feeling is a kind of hard thing to describe. We use words like happy, sad, cranky, silly, excited, all sorts of different words. I wonder how you're feeling today. I am feeling tired, a little bit loopy, but mostly just kind of happy. It's good to keep in touch with how you're feeling. To be honest, as an illustrator, I even have to keep in touch with how my characters are feeling. When I'm making my books, when I'm doing the drawings, I keep lots of different things in mind about how my characters look and how the world looks and what is happening in the story. But the most important thing is always how my characters are feeling. And the reason that this is so important is because I need you to feel what my characters are feeling too. When you're reading my books, if my characters are feeling happy, I want you to feel their joy. If my characters are feeling sad, I want you to understand the depths of their sorrow. If they're feeling angry, I want you to feel a pit of fire open up in your belly. Well, maybe that's going a little bit too far, but I want you to feel what they're feeling. When you understand someone else's emotions, when you feel what another person is feeling, that's called empathy. And empathy is a really important part of being human. I like to have empathy in my books too. So, are we ready to learn about how to capture emotions in your drawings? Let's draw. What you need. You'll need some paper to draw on, a pencil to draw with, a darker pencil for the outline, and some coloured pencils if you would like. Plus, as always, your imagination. What you don't need. You do not need an eraser because all lines are good lines, so we don't need to rub any out. You don't need a ruler because we like wobbly lines, so you don't need to rule anything up. And you do not need an octopus because even with 8 arms, I don't think an octopus can draw. Mine can't. So the first thing we're going to draw together are some faces, because facial expressions are one of the best ways of reading how other people are feeling, which means if you can learn how to draw great facial expressions, then people will feel what your characters are feeling. So the first thing we're going to draw are 3 faces. They're all kind of the same. So 3 ovals on your page, a bit like that. And we're going to draw a character of mine that's quite expressive, and he's a bear, and he's from a bit of a secret project at the moment. I can't show you the front cover because it hasn't been released yet, but the book is called Trouble, and the bear is one of the main characters in it. So the bear, he has kind of a flat head and then 2 little ears. That. And then a long face like that. And then his snout is kind of down here. 2 little eyes and a nose. So it's a pretty neutral face at the moment, but if we want this bear to look happy, there's all sorts of things we can do. Now, when I draw emotion, I always start quite subtle. So let's do a really subtle happy. This bear is just quietly happy. We could make him a little bit more happy by... He looks kind of content with himself. We could draw another eyebrow. Now we could start to make him more happy. Maybe we can exaggerate his mouth a bit. Now he's looking really quite happy. We can make the eyebrows even longer, happier again. And then you can also add little bits under his eyes to make him look even happier. And then we can make the mouth even more exaggerated to make this bear look super happy. So you can see you can start subtle and you can make it as big an emotion as you like, or as small. So let's draw our bear again. This time we're going to do sad. Facial expression are all about the lines on the face and how they change when we feel different ways. Now happy, as you can see on our bear, all the lines curve up. Happy is an up kind of emotion, whereas sad is a down kind of emotion. So everything droops down. So we could start a subtle sad. He just looks a little discontented. And then we could do even a on the other side. And then if we want to make him even sadder, we could draw a line up there. Or we could draw these lines even bigger. And then of course we can make the mouth even droopier. And if we want him sadder again, he could be wailing with an open mouth. And then sadder again, we could add some little tears. So it changes all the time. Every line you add, it changes. Now let's do angry, or as I like to call it, cranky. Okay, we've got our neutral bear again. Not really feeling anything right now, just there. So how do we do a cranky bear? My favorite way to do an immediate cranky character is just by putting a big, thick line across there, which is kind of how my bear actually looks. Doesn't he look instantly cranky? You could also do a kind of a wonky mouth. We can make him even crankier by putting another line, maybe another line there. And then even crankier, I guess his teeth. If we want crankier again, we can do it. We can even put steam coming out of his ears. This is a super cranky bear. So those are some ideas of how you can do happy, sad, angry. If you want to learn more about emotions and look at people's faces, you can become a watcher when you're out in the world, and you'll get lots of clues as to how people are feeling. And the other little secret, this is a bit of a cheating shortcut, is you can look at the emojis on mum or dad's phone or your phone, because that's an example of a lot of different emotions and how you can put lines on a face to create emotions. Now the other part of how we read how people are feeling is in their body language. And the best way for me to show you body language is with my character Squish Rabbit. And that's because he doesn't really have much going on in his face at all, which means I rely completely on body language to tell you how he's feeling. So if we do a sad Squish Rabbit, he's made up of lots of soft, droopy shapes. So we'll draw his head there and a round thing for his body there, and then we'll attach it. And sad Squish Rabbit, all his lines are drooping down. That's one leg. He's kind of walking to the side, and his arm is hanging down, and his ears are drooped. right over. So if we draw his lines in, you can see a sad Squish Rabbit is a droopy, floppy, downward facing rabbit. Everything droops when you're sad. Oh, forgot his tail. Can't forget that. What a floppy bunny. Oh, looking super sad. And if you want to make it even more extreme, you could add something like a rain cloud that's following on overhead, maybe casting a dark shadow, maybe even some lightning, just to make it the worst of the worst. And if we want to do a happy squish, happy body language, everything is lifted up. The head is lifted up as the body. The arms are flung up in the air. This is a really happy stance. The ears are up. Even the legs are up. This bunny is so happy. He's leaping for joy. So we'll start with the eyes. We always start with the eyes. When we're happy, we're comfortable in our skin. We feel confident and happy with ourselves. So we tend to lift our head up, as opposed to the sad squish with his head right down. You can start watching people out in the world, not just for their facial expressions, but their body language too, to see how people give you hints about how they're feeling. And then you can steal these ideas and take them back home and put them in your drawings. So Squish is leaping for joy. And I think, again, we added a cloud for sad. I might Squish is so happy. He's leaping through a field of flowers. That's only right when you're happy, isn't it? To go flower leaping. Why not? If you'd like to play more with some of the things that we've talked about today, you can go to my website and find today's worksheet, which is, as we know, all about drawing with feelings. So little Twitch here is asking how you would react to each of these things and to have a go at drawing it. I'd love to see what you do with that. Again, it is up on my website. You can get mum and dad or your guardian to help you find that. I'd love to see what you do with that. If you do that, or have anything else you want to show me, remember, you can send me stuff on my website. And you can write to me and tell me your thoughts and ideas and things you might like me to draw. Very easy to find on my website or on any of the social media on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. I'm very easy to find. So come find me, say hi. But for now, bye.